All right, let's shift gears now to earnings. We've got a big week ahead with four of the Magnificent Seven companies, Microsoft, Meta, and Amazon, and Apple, all reporting results this week. Combined, they account for nearly a fifth of the value of the entire S&P 500. Investors on edge after last week's disappointing results from Tesla and Alphabet. Those sent the tech sector spiraling into correction territory. I was oblivious to all of it, folks, so don't mind. I didn't care so much. For more on what to expect, let's bring in Dan Newman, CEO of the Futurum Group, and Sarat Sethi's also still with us. And what do you make of the two sort of faulty or unfavorable reports last week? What do they tell you, and what do they tell you about what's coming up this week in those four stocks that we just referenced?
Yeah, I think the two are very different. Tesla is a very different animal right now. You have a company that people are basically betting on whether it's a real AI company, humanoid robots, the future of autonomy, or are they just a car company and they're gotten way ahead of themselves? And I think that's the sort of the forces that are sort of opposing, and you see it run, then you see it pull back. You know,
what do you think it is? What do you think Tesla is?
I think it's the AI company on a much longer horizon than most investors want to believe. I think he's going to get there. They're solving big problems with electrification, with power, with these humanoid robots. But everything he said throughout his entire tenure has been off by a matter of years in many cases. So are we going to get there? Yes. What's your horizon? If it's longer, you're probably in good shape. Alphabet, on the other hand, I didn't think it was so bad. I understand why the CapEx pressure is creating a lot of nerves for investors. If you're trading it, you're probably super uncomfortable. But if you're investing, I would actually be looking at these companies, and if they're not putting these big dollars, these really strong balance sheets into AI right now, I would call it their potential BlackBerry moment. It is their...
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Is this a moment for a company like Google that has not existential elements to it, but really game-changing challenges placed right in front of it?
Yeah, I mean, look,
because they've owned the board.
Well, their search business has a real challenge. You know, Search GPT and these other players are coming into the space. Now, having said that, no one's actually made a dent on that business just yet. The cloud business was long in chaos, and now it's become quite profitable, and they're on a really good trajectory. They're building silicon infrastructure, which is going to give them vertical integration. And of course, they have to make these investments. I just don't see a way for any of these Mag 7s to not be making these big CapEx bets. And in fact, like I said, I would actually be looking at it and saying, if you're not making these big bets, you know, are you in the Steve Ballmer moment where you're saying no one's going to send emails from a touchscreen? And, you know, we just tend to get those moments wrong.
And I think on Google, you also have the YouTube piece that's actually doing well and accelerating, and that was kind of a little negative because it wasn't as much as what people thought. But this is a cash flow machine. It's trading at 20 times next year's earnings and growing double digits. And what are they doing at the same time? Reinvesting in the business. So that's kind of what you want. It's kind of what Facebook did a couple of years ago when they said, hey, we're going to invest in the business. Stock sold off, really much bigger than what Google did. But I think, to your point, if they're not reinvesting in the business, then this becomes a depleting asset. It's kind of like just an oil well that's just giving off cash for that drilling. And I think Google is always the one that kind of people look at and say, hey, the search. But remember, Bing came out, and how many people are using Bing? So yes, there is a threat, just like for Tesla, there's a threat. But in the near term, as these companies produce gargantuan amounts of cash flow, they have the ability to reinvest and buy back shares if they have to.
Well, I was going to ask then what that tells you, Daniel, for the earnings we're going to have this week. I mean, any way you want to try to get ahead of what we might hear from these companies?
Look, I'm a techno-optimist, but I think Microsoft is going to show up on this particular earnings. We saw very strong cloud numbers from Google. I think Microsoft's going to follow suit. I think we all want to hear about the adoption of AI, though. We all want to hear, are the customers using it?
Is this anecdotally, and I'm curious if I'm sure you've seen this, some of these CIO surveys suggest they're not getting, I
read some of these.
They're not getting a lot of bang for their buck out of Copilot. Now, maybe we're just quibbling over the details of a rollout, but it feels like a significant data point to maybe just say, is this as productive as hoped?
Look, the Sequoias and the Goldmans, they're basically saying, they're indicating we're never going to get value. They're making it seem like we're really hitting the wall with AI. I think it's the time to value. We're looking at these digestion periods. We're saying, how fast do companies get value? Last week I talked to Bill McDermott after ServiceNow, and you look at what they're doing. Big quarter, and you look at what they're doing with Now Assist, and they're building these systems that could connect your own data with the open available data, and then they're putting it to industries, and then they're making it a subscription. That's what Microsoft needs to do. That's what Google needs to do.
Do you think that ServiceNow is ahead of Microsoft in that sense?
I think it's a little bit different. I think Microsoft has definitely democratized it in the productivity suite. In the enterprise, it's so much more complex, Kelly, because you have to take these two data sets, and you've got all these issues with data rights, privacy, security. We all know what goes wrong when security gets missed. We learned that with our Y2K moment these last couple of weeks. So I think ServiceNow is breaking new ground, but I think these companies have to start proving that this $600 billion problem is going to be solved. They need to talk about the timeline, and they need to show numbers now.